Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Android News Byte. Today, I wanted to highlight a number of stories that have been circulating through the community this week. Google officially began shipping out the Pixel 10 series less than 2 weeks ago. So, as more and more people have begun to receive and set up their new device, the reports of bugs and issues have started to pour in. So today, I wanted to talk about the most popular issues that people have been having with their new Google Pixel smartphone, mention what you can do to fix some of them, and also talk about why these phones are having so much of an issue compared to previous generations. One of the many complaints of previous Pixel hardware was about its storage speed. And while Google is still using UFS 3.1 NAND chips in the 128GB Pixel 10 and Pixel 10 Pro, many people have opted for the Pixel 10 Pro XL variant, specifically because it was advertised with UFS 4.0 storage. And you can see from this graph over on Android Authority, when compared to the OnePlus 13 and the Galaxy S25 Ultra, both with UFS 4.0 storage as well, sequential read speeds just aren't what they could be on the Pixel 10 Pro XL. Sequential write speeds are in line with what we're seeing here. But random write speeds are literally 3 times slower, and random read speeds are around 50% slower on the Pixel 10 Pro XL. They're basically the same as the other Pixel 10 series devices with UFS 3.1 storage. So tasks like launching applications, opening photos, or just small configuration files in general, your UFS 4.0 Pixel 10 is going to feel the same as the UFS 3.1 Pixel 10. And it will basically feel the same as last year's Pixel 9 series as well. Another set of issues that have been reported this past week has to do with the wireless charging technology used in the Pixel 10 series. I know lots of people who have been excited to get a phone with official Qi 2 support, but even with these magnets helping to relieve connection and alignment issues, we're still seeing reports of wireless charging speeds being slow. Even with the official Pixel stand, some folks are seeing wireless charging speeds capped at 5 watts. And while that is better for the health of the battery, it's not what many of us are expecting when Google is advertising 15 watts of wireless charging speeds. Another wireless charging issue is causing the phone to stop charging after about 5 seconds. Users are talking about seeing that green light as confirmation that the charge has begun, but then seeing it disappear shortly after. A few of these are happening in chargers that people have been using in their cars, while others are happening on their nightstand. So if you're used to wirelessly charging your phone, the Pixel 10 series still seems to be having some teething issues right now. This is probably the most scary issue that people are seeing, because it makes it seem as if the display of the Pixel 10 series is just flat out broken. Some users are reporting an issue where you begin to see this snowy, sometimes staticky looking stuff appear on the screen. It looks like this. But from what I'm reading, almost all of these reports are from people who have said the display ended up returning to normal after a little bit of waiting. The community seems to assume that this is some sort of driver-related issue, And Google has come out and said they are pushing out a software fix to resolve this problem. So be sure that you install the latest monthly security update, the latest Google Play system update, and update all of the apps that you have installed so that you know your phone has the patches in place. I think the display showing a snowy static look is part of this issue as well. But many people don't realize that Google opted for an unconventional GPU with the Pixel 10 series. Many people are used to the Adreno GPU that Qualcomm uses in its Snapdragon chipset, while others have had a Mali GPU from the likes of ARM stock designs, or even some MediaTek chipsets. But Google is actually switching from a Mali GPU, like they used in the Pixel 9 series, to using the PowerVR GPU from Imagination Technologies, something that used to be more common in Android phones from 10 to 15 years back. And I think that is, in part, contributing to the display issues. It's also causing incompatibility errors in certain apps like video editors from action cameras, including the GoPro, Insta360, and DJI. We're also seeing performance, compatibility, and stability issues when trying to emulate games on the Pixel 10 series as well. Honestly, it's just a mess. And that's without even looking into the synthetic benchmark numbers. It's really surprising to see how Google has fumbled the launch of the Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, Pixel 10 Pro XL, and the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. These are phones that the community has been waiting on for many years now. Google has finally got a phone from a top-tier chipmaker like TSMC. And many were actually happy with the performance of the modem last year. So seeing them stick with the Samsung Exynos modem, just like the Pixel 9 series, I was expecting to see more of a fuss about it. But they seem to continue to fumble in one area or another. Some are speculating that Google opted for slower storage chips this year to cut down on cost. And that's why the UFS 4.0 storage isn't what it could be. Finding ways to cut cost definitely fits the mold when it comes to looking for why they opted for a PowerVR GPU this year. As someone who has been a fan of Nexus and Pixel phones for many iterations, it's just a bummer to see the Google Pixel brand slipping again and again. I've seen some folks pointing the finger at Rick Osterloh as they remember similar issues happening at HTC. But one thing is for certain, the Pixel 10 may be the phone to skip this year. So, let me know if you have noticed any issues with yours, and please share this video with as many people as you can. So those with the new phone or those who are in the market to get one will be made aware of these issues ahead of time.